Hey guys, I just wanted to make this video as a follow-up to my last one, discussing whips. So I actually had a whole nother video in mind for you guys, and then I logged on today to start experimenting with some of the new techniques that I was just discovering on how to make some pretty interesting whips. And when I logged on today, the physics were very different. So I just wanted to make this video to kind of update you guys and see, you know, what else you can do now that it's a little bit different. Honestly, the same technique works, you just have to tweak it a little bit. What I'm pretty much figuring out is that you definitely want to lean forward a little bit earlier in the air than you did before when I filmed the last one. So I'll kind of show you guys what that looks like now. It's actually a little bit bigger, a little bit better in my opinion. See, that's a pretty solid whip right there. But what I want to fill you guys in on now is actually my new go-to technique for how to make the whips even bigger than that. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a couple and show you guys what they look like. Alright, so with that last one right there, I finally kind of got what I was trying to show you guys. So basically what I'm changing here, I'll go ahead and just kind of walk you through it. So at this point, I'm doing the same thing I was doing when I filmed the last video. I'm leaning back, I'm seat bouncing it so that we get a ton of hang time here. And then I'm leaning over to the left with both sticks, the same as before. And when we reach this point, actually probably about this point here, just kind of give you a couple different angles, this is where I would typically start pushing both sticks forward to get the back end to start climbing up. But what I'm doing differently here, picture you got both sticks over to the left. What I'm doing is I'm rolling only the left stick up to the top while keeping the right stick over to the left. And watch what happens here. He pulls back and he gets it to go like super upside down. And then at that point, I'm doing the same thing to bring it back that I was doing before. So you're going to bring the right stick back to start leaning back, and then you're going to start counter steering to the right with the left stick. Alright, so I'll go ahead and bring it back and kind of play it through so you can see it. This is a little bit of like an over-exaggerated version of what you'd probably mostly throw for whips, because this is pretty upside down and backwards. But as you can see, pretty extensive distance that you get out of that. I'm going to go ahead and try and do another one so you guys can see. That was a pretty nice one. And honestly, on that last one, I wasn't even so much leaning back with the right stick to bring it back. I was almost just kind of tapping both sticks over to the right. Just kind of depends on the angle you end up getting at the end of the whip. That one I kind of tapped to the right, and then at the very end there, I was kind of tapping to the tapping down on the right stick to lift up the front end a little bit. Alright, So hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of a idea of what you can do now that the physics are just a little bit different, and you can just adjust your technique a little bit for that, so you can start getting some pretty upside down whips now, because honestly they're getting quite a bit further out and more upside down than it was before this update hit. Like, this is kind of like the original sort of technique like that. See how you're kind of like looking at the you're kind of looking at the rear fender and the white part of the seat there as it comes around. But when you change that and you lean forward only with the left stick and you keep the right stick over to that whip side, what it does is it really makes it go a lot more upside down. There. See that extension we got out of that? So that's basically what I wanted to show you guys. I've got a bunch more information on whips that I can go ahead and put out, but I just wanted to get this into your hands really quick, just so you know how to change your technique now that it's changed a little bit. So experiment with that in your free time, and let me know what you come up with. I'll talk to you guys soon.